Even from what you were noting, if you don't necessarily want to be in front of a child and tell them what to do, the thing that I can understand it. It's a very odd situation.
They're frightening people, children.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The thing that actually inspired me the most is that on the walls, at least in 826 in San Francisco, writers would donate their first, second, and third versions of scripts or books, and you would see famous names like Coppola on his script, and he would just X out huge portions of it. And it was supposed to instill in kids this idea that even some of these luminaries do not get it right. You are always working. It doesn't matter what your name is. And I never met any of these people. You could just walk up and see someone's name that you knew, and you realize that it's not always right the first time.
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, and God damn it! As long as I don't have to touch them or look them in the eye, like I will.
Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid of children, Dan?
I can't do it. I can't. Kids don't like me. They don't like some kids like me.
Do you know that?
It's really touch and go with me. Like it's like Dino's kid, who's now it was like when she was a little larva, like
toddler.
I would go like, Mr. Flappy Arms, Mr. Flappy Arms, and she'd be like, ah! She loved it. And now she's like 15 or something, and she's got the cell phone, and she's just rolling her eyes, and I can't even. I can't be the same.
You're afraid of 13-year-old Dino's daughter right now?
This is kids who are really actually cognitively active. Like,
why is a kid more or less frightening than an adult?
Because they're able to judge me.
Well, adults are too, right? Why?
Well, yeah, but adults are co-opted by me financially. I own all of them.
Most kids don't have a filter.
Right. So you're afraid of children because you don't own them yet.
Correct. Yes. Like Willy Wonka works for me. The girl that turns into a blueberry, she's still got something over me because she doesn't understand finance yet. I'm figuring this out at the same time as you are. I guess that's what it is.
I think we can agree that we haven't figured that one out yet.
I skipped a step where I skipped being good at football and went right to owning things.
But we've talked about the fact that you're not good with you're not comfortable around strangers or other people for that matter. But are children more frightening than adult
teenage children? Yeah, I don't think there's anybody in this room that's like, I love teenagers. Give me except in the most horrible sense. There's 8. Whoa, that guy. But I mean, like, teenagers are, for good reason, we send them to war, and we worship them, and we are looking to them, and they don't know anything. Like they're like this monolith of energy. Everything comes off of them, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And almost capitalism really fucks them over in that sense. The baby boomers celebrate that day when the fucking Beatles played on Ed Sullivan or whatever. That's their big day. Bigger than the moon landing. Like, you see more footage of the fucking Beatles playing on Ed Sullivan than you see of some Yahoo landing on the moon. Fucking moon is a fucking thing, a rock far away. How many times, like Robert Zemeckis thinks that the Beatles playing on Ed Sullivan is a bigger deal. Forrest Gump, if you read the book, it has a whole chapter where he goes to the moon, by the way.
What?
They took it out of the movie.
No.
Because it's not interesting to baby boomers.
There's no book.
They will mention in passing that they landed on the moon.
There's no book.
Forrest Gump was a fucking book. Are you kidding me?
There's a book?
Somebody tell this asshole Forrest Gump was a book. Forrest Gump was a book, motherfucker! Sorry. Yes, Forrest Gump was a book, and in the book,
he goes to the moon.
Yes, Forrest Gump.
He doesn't go to the moon.
In the Forrest Gump book, Forrest Gump is legitimately like Down syndrome, no. What do you mean no?
Well, 3 people said no.
Well, okay. Forrest Gump is pretty much labeled as legitimately it's pretty clear that he is really low 90s IQ. Like he's
an American.
sub Belushi I don't know what the politically correct term is. The book takes you through all of the interesting shit. He throws his medal, the congressional medal, the thing. In the book, for instance, he takes his Purple Heart and he throws it on the steps of the Capitol building, and he hits a senator in the head.
And that senator's name?
Forrest Gump. I don't know. No, there's that. I'm saying in the book it's more inflammatory. It's more passionate. It's like Cormac McCarthy, like version of Forrest Gump.
Did you read this book?
Yes, I did.
I thought you didn't read books.
I know, but sometimes I just grab one and just leaf through it.
The one book you read was Forrest Gump?
I'll page through them. I don't qualify it as reading. I just think, okay. I read Forrest Gump. He goes to the space in the book. I don't want to spend the whole podcast. I swear to God. Google it. He goes to space. Here's my point. The baby boomers who took over this planet and who are bulging it with garbage and corn syrup and fucking like these narcissistic maniacs, these people who have destroyed everything and who are telling us that we should be honored to follow in their footsteps. They landed on the moon. They always tell us that, but what they're really, really proud of is like fucking Ed Sullivan show. He loves you, yeah, and everyone's like, garbage. I can't remember why we were on this topic.
You hate teenagers.
Yeah, we were trying to help the kids.
Teenagers, okay. The idea that teenagers are an entity. The idea that teenagers, in spite of not being old enough to go to war, not being old enough to drink, not being old enough to drive a car, are somehow this center of capitalism. That is a baby boomer invention because they were that age when they became sentient. And we are living in the shadow of that fucking gross willow tree. And that results in all of us going on YouTube, 48-year-old people telling Miley Cyrus that she's a slut in the comment section. Like, what? Let her be a slut. What the fuck did she do wrong? She's a fucking teenager. Let her be a teenager. And fucking Justin Bieber, I'm on his side. I'm still on his side.
No.
Still pro Bieber.
No. Why are you
I'm
pro
a believer.
Bieber? He's a little douchebag.
No, he doesn't have a right to be a douchebag or not. He's a fucking child, and it's capitalism.
He's
capitalism that you hate. It's not Justin Bieber. It's capitalism.
I've seen him on camera. He's a fucking little asshole.
It's capitalism.
No.
He would just be some kid at your fucking Thanksgiving if it weren't for capitalism.
It's not true.
It's not. You just shouldn't give people that much money. He didn't earn it. He's a musketeer. Just cut him off. Just tell him you danced enough. You did it. You're great. Give him a go-kart. Cap it. Put a fucking cap on it. He gets his go-kart. He wouldn't have known. Everything you see him doing, he's saying to America, why did I get more than a go-kart? Why is my go-kart $800,000? Why does it go so fast? Why can it kill people? Why are my Pop Rocks cocaine? It's your fault. You don't have a culture. You don't have a fucking religion. You are garbage. You are capitalism. You have a fucking bedrock of money. And it says, in God we trust, and the God is spelled with dollar signs, even though there's no S in it. None of you get to blame him for anything. You sit on the fucking internet jerking off with one hand and making fun of Justin Bieber with the other. You're not doing anything. He's a child. He is. What would you do with $1 billion? What would you do?
He's 19, though.
He's gorgeous.
Okay, all right.
And he's a genius.
Dan, I think you buried the lead on that one.
Give $1 billion to anybody in this room, including me. See how we handle it. This fucking poor Canadian schmuck. Like, I just the egregious, weird, the behavior that we engage in. 48-year-old housewives with 8 cats on their shoulders, sitting on their laptop, with fucking stains on their sofa. Yeah, I need Justin Bieber needs to understand his value system. The fuck are you talking about, you fucking idiots? The fuck do you think your taxes go your rage on something productive. Follow the money, you retard. Shit, sorry. Edit it out. Edit it out.
No, leave it. It stays.
No.
But it's interesting that Justin Bieber is the tipping point for your rage.
It is. Because I see him like they put him on TMZ and he's in that deposition.
Yeah, but
and he's
when he talks, he's a little.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
And they're like editing around him. There's a dude that's like 53 years old sitting at an Avid deck, setting in points and out points on a fucking Canadian teenager's deposition so that he can make $80 from TMZ, giving them clips of this kid. Are we fucking out of our mind? If you were a caveman, how would you react to that? How would you react to a tribe if you came over the hill and found them engaged in that behavior? You would eat them. You would take their water. You would take everything they had. And you would never look back. You'd take their cave. You'd take their animals. You'd take everything. And you would never look back. Ever. You would erase their cave art. And you wouldn't feel bad. You'd be like, they didn't mean it. They did it wrong. They fucked up. They're idiots. They're a strain of our DNA that fucked up. They care too much about this kid. You gotta fucking respect your elders and love your children and further the species. We fucked up. We're dead. Anyways, so A26LA.
It's for, 826. It's